Okay, today we are going to make creamy chicken noodle soup. Uh, in this pot, I have about 2 pounds of chicken tenderloins, and I've added 1 quart of chicken stock. I'm going to add another. You could obviously have this recipe if you want, but we love it, so I make a good bit. I'm going to add salt, pepper, um, garlic powder, and onion powder, and a little pinch of thyme to this. Okay, I added in a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of onion powder, and probably a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to put the lid on this over pretty high heat because those are frozen, and let that come up to temperature. Meanwhile, I've got a skillet that I've had heating up a little bit. I'm going to put in 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to add 1 cup of diced or leeks and 1 cup of celery. We're going to add carrots into this too, but I'm using frozen ones, so they won't go in until much later. Okay, to the leeks and celery, I added a teaspoon and a half of chicken base, a little black pepper, a little garlic, and a little onion powder. Not a measured amount, I just went around the pan. I didn't add salt because I added the chicken base. You want to saute this till the vegetables are starting to get tender. And then we'll just leave those till the chicken is finished and we'll add them to the pot. You don't have to cook them all the way through because they'll continue cooking with the chicken and when we put the noodles in. All right, we're going to let those vegetables continue to cook till they start to soften. Not till they're completely done because you don't want them mushy once you add them to the chicken stock. And we'll let our chicken cook. It's bubbling away in the pot. It was frozen, remember, so we're going to let that cook for about probably 20 to 25 minutes. We'll check it for tenderness. And when these veggies are tender, they've got about 2 or 3 more minutes before I'll just turn them off and let them sit here in this pan until I'm ready to dump them in the soup pot. All right, my chicken's tender. I removed it from my pot. I always do, and I shred it and put it back in. Here's my pot. It's on a low simmer. Here's the vegetables. I added half a bag of frozen carrots to that pan. I did not do anything to them. We're going to add that in our pot. Sorry about all the steam. And to that, I'm out of noodles. I didn't know it. We are going to add half a bag of orzo, which looks like this. Looks like rice. It's actually pasta. Doesn't really have any flavor, but it has a nice texture when you're chewing it. I'm going to add about a half a bag to this pot of chicken stock. Bring it up to a boil, add a half a bag of the orzo, and let it cook about 10 minutes. Then when the chicken's cool enough, I will shred it and put it back in the pot. Okay, that is done. The chicken is stripped. It's ready to go back in the pan, but before we do that, we're going to do one more thing. We're going to add in 8 ounces of sour cream and whisk that in. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me. And there you have it all mixed together. We added the chicken back in. This is off the heat. It's, believe me, got plenty of carryover heat. And there it is in our bowl. And I cannot wait to eat it. It is delicious. The leeks really give it a wonderful flavor. That sour cream makes it creamy and gives it a nice little tang. So I hope you enjoy.